The championship season was full of ups and downs for the Wings. In our first season, we had an unbelievable run, scoring so many goals, signing key players like Shola Shotieri, Tim Iroegbunam, Joe Gelhardt, Daniel Jebbison, just to name a few of the players who came in to strengthen the squad in our very first season in England's second division and arguably England's best and most competitive division. We were putting goals past teams like there was no tomorrow. We were conceding goals like there was no tomorrow. But it all culminated in a wonderful season for the Wings. The season preview had us with no chance of staying up in the Sky Bet Championship, but we managed to absolutely crack that and finished third in the league, just behind Derby County, missing out on automatic promotion to the Premier League, our first attempt. As you can see, we lost a lot of games this season, but the 28 wins were where the points were taken. 5 draws, 13 defeats, plus 30 goal difference and 89 points is a valid first season in the league. And if we take a look at the squad before we get into the playoff games, here is how they all performed in terms of goals. Tony Weston was our top goal scorer with 22 goals. Absolutely stepped up this season, getting better and better. Could probably do with another season in the Championship. Don't think he would do well in the Premier League, as well as many of these players. Reindorf surprised me. Luke Chambers is the star man in this team. One of the summer signings, is an absolute beast for us. Worth £5 million, a Premier League left back, 100%. Our best player and our most talented player at the club. Other players came in like Joe Gelhardt, but he did his ACL in the first few weeks of the season, was out for 11 months, and has just come back in time for the playoffs. He could be key if we are to progress in the playoffs this season. Other players that really surprised me this season is Bryce Hosner. Doesn't want to stay with us, wants to go. He's been our best right back for the last few seasons. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. And it is a massive shame. But one of the players that's been consistent for us all season is Tim Iroegbunam. Came in on a free from Aston Villa, an absolute steal for Welham Football Club, a Premier League football player in his peak. We've got a great squad. We look at the schedule just before we get into the playoff games against Leicester, and then if we get through that, the final. Let's have a look. As you can see, there are a lot of defeats here. 5-4s against Luton, losing to Middlesbrough, who went up, losing to Rotherham, losing to Leicester, most recently 3-1 at home, but we did beat QPR 6-1. We beat Birmingham 8-1. We beat Ipswich 4-2. So there is hope going into these playoffs. Can we get back-to-back promotions in every season, or will we need another season or two in the Championship? Let's find out now, lads. In the first leg against Leicester, we put the tie to bed as Callum Chambers in the first 13 minutes scored the penalty. We said he was the quality, and he absolutely was. Charlie Whittaker linking up with Hosner for the second goal just before half-time, and that emotionally and psychologically damaged Leicester through the first part of this game. They did come out firing, though, with Price, went through our defence like a knife through butter, and slipped it past Luca Gunter, who should have really done better there. But after that, it was all us. Leicester were pushing and pushing and pushing, and our balanced tactic, the grumble door, does well against teams who want to come at us and play ball. Iroegbunam spraying it out to that man, Hosner again, who whips it in, and it's that man, top goal scorer, Tony Weston, stepping it up to put the game beyond Leicester, and it only got better and better from here in the first leg, as Fletcher, linking up with Iroegbunam, and Chambers does what Chambers does, beats man, drives down the field, crosses the ball, sets up Jebbison, 4-1, game over, and in the next goal, it was tie over and done with for the Wings, setting us up for a playoff final. But we had the second leg to play. We were overly confident going into it. Would we slip up or would we go through? Key injuries before the game to Whittaker and Tony Weston. Reindorf and Shotieri had to play it at Cam, but Jebbison just put the ball past Patterson at Parkview Road in the 72nd minute, and that was it. We knew the tie was already over, but now it was well and truly over with Alfie Prescott progressing down the wing into Shola Shotieri, filling in at Cam, and then that man, Michael Reindorf, linked up with Shotieri to make the game well and truly done and dusted at 7-1 overall. Leicester would get one back late on in the game, but it wouldn't be enough for them, and the Wings, que sera, whatever will be, we were going to Wembley. Whatever will be, the Wings are at Wembley, que sera, we do it against Sunderland, lads. They are a very good side, as you've just seen there, but the Wings are ready. We've been at Wembley before for FA trophies, for Bristol St Motors trophies. Now we're in the playoff final. Come on, the Wings. Let's go, boys. Big game. No highlights at halftime, meant for a very stale final and not one for the neutrals. But the big news is Dan Ballard is injured on their side, and Joe Gelhardt went off on our side with what looks like a serious injury. The squad depth is depleted. There's no Whittaker. There's no Weston. Now there's no Gelhardt. Our front line is consistent of Clayton, Reindorf and Jebbison. Our backup front line, it could be a tough one. The first highlight of the game is on us in the 74th minute as Shola Shoteri finds Regan Clayton, who gives the ball away to Dendoncker, and it's the danger man Pavlovic into Ndala. Ndala down the left-hand side, progressing really well. Ndala looking dangerous. It's Ndala still going. Don't give away a penalty here, lads. It's pulled back to Alex Valle. He's in plenty of space, and it's Dendoncker. Roberts cleared. Only just back to Roberts. And they're looking dangerous with Ndala, cuts inside. Ndala keeps going. He's beaten 3-man here. Oh, he could have scored the best goal in Championship playoff history. Not long after the first highlight of the game, the danger man Pavlovic gets in behind Sweet and tucks it past Luca Gunter, sending the Sunderland fans into delirium. There is a penalty review as Alfie Prescott brings down Ndala in the box. It is awarded. If Luca Gunter doesn't save this, it is definitely game over, and Sunderland are in the Premier League and we are in the Championship for another season. It's that man Pavlovic against Gunter, sends Gunter the wrong way, and that's it. That is it, lads. That's the game done. And that's how the game ended, 2-0. On a different day, we could have potentially beaten them. If we would have had Weston and Whittaker, we would have stood more of a chance. But this is football. Football, these things happen. We went to Wembley for the first time and lost. You can't argue with it. We were not ready for Premier League football. I don't think we would have survived. We give ourselves another chance in the Championship next season. We can bring in more players, increase the quality and the depth of the squad. And we will go again on this channel, lads. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. You haven't seen the playoff win that you were probably expecting, and I wholeheartedly was expecting as well. But we move on. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on another one.